Hello, good evening, this is Diecast Looney. I hope you're all doing well and welcome back to the episode of Movie Car Mania, episode 8 of Movie Car Mania, I believe. And in this week's episode we're going to take a look at a very cool piece from Greenlight, one from my existing collection. I've had it for quite a while now, and it is going to be the 1986 Fleetwood Bounder RV from the very popular 2008 drama Breaking Bad, one of my favourite dramas, American-based drama. So anyway, we will get straight into it and we'll take a look at the piece in question. So we just move the camera down usual fashion, get a little bit extra zoom on and take a look at the vehicle. So here it is. So this is a replica, obviously by Greenlight, a true 1/64 scale replica of the 1986 Fleetwood Bounder that was featured in the 2008, or at least I believe it started in 2008, Breaking Bad. And I'm not sure how many seasons you've seen this RV for, but it was a few of them. It was used quite a bit. And like I said, it's where obviously we should all know by now what the drama was about. It was basically about Walter White, a chemistry teacher that basically ended up contracting cancer, and felt like he hadn't really made any money. Used to have his brother-in-law, the cop, on his back a lot, bit of a sort of a straight-laced guy, and he decided to turn to being a drug dealer, basically selling crystal meth, I believe, from what I can remember. And you also see the other character, Jesse Pinkman, which was, I believe, one of his students from his class that didn't do too well. But anyway, you see the antics of these two, and you see them in this. This was their first lab, their first meth lab, where they used to cook their crystal meth, I believe. And so anyway, we're going to do a little bit on the vehicle. So like I said, it is a 1986 Fleetwood Bounder, or as they call it, Bounder by Fleetwood RV, and the Breaking Bad RV was a 30-foot 1986 Bounder by Fleetwood. It was one of the most popular Class A RVs on the market, and it still is in production nearly 40 years later. So these have been around for pretty much forever. And like I said, I have seen these in other movies. I just can't remember which other movie I've seen these in now. But and as I said before, when Greenlight get it right, they nail it. So not only is it a nice looking example of a Fleetwood Bounder, but they've got some of the little finishing touches from the movie. So as you can see, there is, I think that was Jesse's t-shirt hanging out the side on the mirror there, one of the rear view mirrors. But it's not too weather worn. This, I can't remember how good a condition the one was in the movie now, or in the drama, sorry. But you've got plate detail. Plate's a little bit wonky, that doesn't matter, but you've got lens lights. You've got a nice little ladder there. I believe these are the air conditioning units. Has got slightly darkened windows, but it is a very, very nice piece. Now I think Greenlight do a 1/43 scale version of this, and I'm almost sure that it has the actual interior to from the actual Breaking Bad. I think you can see in the back windows, you can see some drums, paraphernalia, and I think it's got the lab, or part of the lab, in the back of the van. This one has the front seats but doesn't have the actual lab, unfortunately, but that doesn't matter too much, because how often do you really spend looking through these minute little windows to try and see? It would be cool if they'd done a few little bits like they did with the one in 43rd scale, maybe the little drums up against the window. But again, like I said, it doesn't matter because it is very nicely done. That's like an awning thing there, a faux awning. It doesn't actually do nothing. But it's, you know, like I said, it's that good a vehicle that if you're into RVs and you're into some of the bigger die-cast and you're not into the Breaking Bad, this is good enough that it wouldn't matter. It looks just like a regular RV camper. It looks like a regular camper. But very cool. And like I said, I'm not sure on the engines in these. Again, I didn't really go mad on the research. I did hear somewhere that, now tell me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think this may have a 440 Chrysler engine in it. I know some of the campers had Chrysler engines, you know, 440s, but and I know they did diesel engines on this. So like I said, I'm not sure what the actual engine is in this one, but as you can see, it's got some pretty cool underneath details. You can see it says Breaking Bad there, and you can see some numbers, and you can see you've got what it looks like. So I thought it's four-wheel drive, and I don't think it is. That's just the drive shaft, and that goes down to the diff. You've got these double wheels, which are a little bit, the tyres are a little bit wonky. That doesn't matter. You have got some twin exhausts. They are raised, which is pretty cool. And you've got some other stuff there, which I'm not actually sure what they are. It looks like it has a tow hitch or something on the back. So let's do a closer look what that is. Don't know. Could possibly be representing a tow hitch. I'm not quite sure. But it is very, very cool. But anyway, so that is this week's episode. Like I said, I haven't got any other vehicles from the Breaking Bad episodes, unfortunately. I know there's quite a few. I know there was Jesse's car. I know there was Walter White's 2 cars. I think there may have been his son's car. There was actually quite a few vehicles that Greenlight put out. They do some really good movie cars, and I've had the chance to pick them up, and maybe I will in the future, but I really wanted this, as this was the main focal piece in the beginning. And I like quirky vehicles. I love my cars. I love especially my American vehicles, and but I do like my quirky vehicles, my sort of heavier gauge. You know, I've got a fine collection of trucks and other things, and you know, construction vehicles. We'll look at them in another video. But anyway, with that, please like, share, subscribe, stay tuned for more movie car mania, vintage Matchbox Mondays episodes, and Friday nights customs. And with that, I'll see you all very, very soon. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.